Hi, welcome to this episode of Herald Cafe. We know Goa is a tourist place, tourist state. A lot of travelers come. But today I would like to introduce you one guy who's been riding solo to Goa from Assam. And here he is, Mr. Lueit Hazarika.
Hello.
Hi. He's an architect and a singer. And he has been doing this amazing journey coast to coast. He calls itself a soul-searching journey, I believe.
Right.
Yeah. So first, I want to deep dive. What inspired you to do this coast to coast?
I've always loved the ocean. One of my childhood memories is when I saw the ocean first time in Marina Beach.
That's in Chennai.
Yeah. It's in Chennai. So I was quite young that time, maybe 12 or something. So that impression lasted in my mind. It's still fresh. In 2019, I took a journey that is to Andamans. And while I was coming back in a flight, and I looked down and the Indian coast was visible. And the coast lasted for, I think, about an hour or so.
Massive,
And
huh?
that,
Big coastline.
Yeah, I mean, that coastline, it's so beautiful. I decided I had to be there on the ground. And then I planned for it. But you know how COVID happened and all that happened, our lives changed.
Yes.
So when things started getting better, then I planned for it. I think 6 months back.
Okay.
I have an old bike, so I had to get the bike refurbished. And I also had the plan that I would get the bike repaired throughout the coast, because I'll be crossing Madras, where they manufacture this bike.
The Bullet, the Royal Enfield.
The Royal Enfield Thunderbird.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a 2006 model.
Okay.
So that was the thing. I mean, that's how it started, and I kind of...
Another question came to me, like, why on a bike? You are faced with the elements, wind, heat, dust, everything is there. A car could have been comfortable. Also, when I was reading the story of your travel, it reminded me of Robert M. Persig's that book, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, where the father and son were doing, and you are doing it alone. So that route you took help of Google Map, only Google Map, and no map, no physical maps.
No physical map.
Is it that helpful? Somewhere, if the network is not there, how do you tackle that?
Network is mostly there.
Okay.
There's only 2 places where I didn't find network. Once, that was not on the coast. I just detoured to the hills of Orissa and Deomali.
Okay.
So where the Adivasis live. That's the only time I didn't have any network. But then I had people helping me.
Okay.
And another time was, it was near interior Kerala. But otherwise, till the coast, till the ocean, if you are inside the ocean, then also you get network. So that's quite helpful.
Yeah,
Google Maps has been really, really, really helpful.
Great. I hope the Google guys are listening to this.
Yeah, my sincere thanks to them. If they are listening, I mean, they are doing a fantastic job. Any traveler in today's time, I remember how we used to travel 20 years back.
Yeah.
Taking maps and getting lost.
Yeah.
Looking for signs and stuff like that, asking people. But today, I just put my phone on my bike on a stand and I'm free. I can just go anywhere.
So also tell us about the slowness of the travel you are doing, and you are using a lot of sustainable ways of traveling. Is there any? I'm not asking for tips for sustainable travel, but how you have minimized your waste, your consumption, and you are helping the local economy. Also, you have mentioned, that way.
Right.
What is that idea? How were you able to do that? How did you able to do it?
There was a planning.
Okay.
I am very much concerned about waste and how travel creates so much waste.
Yes.
Before this, I had traveled to Ladakh.
Okay.
And I saw so much waste that I was worried.
In Ladakh, there's a trash pile, I heard.
Ladakh is getting really difficult because people they load bottles in their booths of the vehicles, and then they travel. And it's difficult. They should do something about it, because
Okay.
in those places I had water from like streams.
Here in
Because-
this travel?
No, in Ladakh.
Okay.
Because we had the can and we filled it up wherever we went, and we had never had any problem. Even my child had same
Okay.
water.
Okay.
But there's a fear psychosis about
Yes.
water,
Yes.
and it has seeped into people's mind, and they think that they have to have mineral water when they are getting out of their house. It's not like that. So when I planned for the travel, there were two things in my mind. I knew the coastal belt from Andhra onwards
Yes.
will have rain.
Yeah.
So I wanted my luggage to be safe, because I'm carrying a laptop, I'm carrying a guitar.
Yes.
And so I packed really less. I'm like, I have 3 t-shirts, 2 pants, that kind of situation.
Okay.
And I carry a small, like 500 ml electric kettle, which is very helpful.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
saves.
So that you can boil the water.
You can boil the water
Yes.
if you want. So what happens is, in the coast, you can survive without buying water bottles.
Okay.
Right. You have to be a little conscious.
Mhm.
You will find water.
Okay.
I used to carry. I've carried like 2 bottles, which are like about 1.5 liters. I fill it up wherever I have source of good water,
Okay.
and that sustains me very well.
Okay.
So that has been one thing, which has been really great, and I'm happy that I could do it.
Yes. Yeah. And you have the will to do it, rather than buying it again and again.
Yeah.
That is good.
There is another things like soaps. Like people use so much soap. That is also something we can cut down. Like if you have one soap, you can say no to soaps in a lot of places. Like we use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Little bit of thinking
Yeah.
definitely helps.
So from Assam, West Bengal, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, now to Goa, and you have almost did the whole triangular, that plateau there.
Yeah.
And you have seen life from such a close proximity over your journey.
Yeah.
What is different? How different are they from us, people? Is it I want to ask, like, what is the similarity? And
I would
how-
say everything is similar.
Yeah.
If I look at the coast from Bengal
Mm-hmm.
till Goa now,
Okay.
there's hardly any difference.
Cuisine wise.
Cuisine wise, yes, a little bit. But as I have said in my print interview also, the same dal that I had at home, when I moved to Bengal, it had little like a red chili or something.
Mm-hmm.
Then I moved to Orissa and they started putting vegetables and became dalma.
Okay.
Andhra, it became a little sour, something in between sambar and dal.
Mm-hmm.
In Tamil Nadu, it became sambar. In Kerala, it became a little different, a little more liquid.
Okay.
Karnataka, again, it started becoming like dal.
Mm.
And then Goa is like, here everything
Yes.
is like a multi-cuisine kind of thing. But so-
And what about your health wise? You didn't find any problems because you are always out in the open, like
Yes.
how did it take a toll on your health? Like if
This
there is
was
anything-
actually an endurance test. I had knowingly taken this
okay.
as an
Okay.
endurance test. And the thing is, just before my travel, I had dengue,
Mm.
which kind of, I'm not really like I don't really lie down when I have anything, and I kind of ignored it.
Mhm.
And I came to know when I was on the stage of recovery. So I had to postpone for 2 weeks when I started, and I was a little worried about the health. So I had to stick to very basic food,
As in like rice and dal. That kind of
rice and
stuff.
dal, basically whatever the locals are eating.
Okay.
So I would never go to a restaurant, like a typical restaurant. I would go
Okay.
to a local place where I see people in the morning, they are going before their daily
Starting their
work,
day.
and they are having food.
Yes, yeah.
So there I found food really, really simple.
Mhm.
Like even if I'm having a dosa,
Mm.
it's really simple
Yeah. True.
and
true.
and really cheap also.
Yes, yeah.
Like I have had coconut for 15 rupees. Can you imagine that?
Yes, yeah.
So
Getting it from the source.
getting it up from the source. Only time I had problem with my stomach is twice when I had food in the restaurants,
Okay, yeah.
because I was probably
Yeah.
getting tuned to a different kind of thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, I haven't had any problem. I've been lucky, I'd say.
And when we are traversing through different cultures also, no? Like
Right.
over the time, over a journey, what is the language, or were people apprehensive of you? Were people appreciating what you are doing? People were welcoming, or how do you minimize the language barrier?
People are very welcoming.
Okay.
I realize there's something about bikes,
Okay.
bike riders, and if
Okay.
you're a solo rider,
Yes.
then everybody is helping you. That's
Okay.
one thing that I realized. There is mostly I have seen Hindus, Muslims, Christians
Yeah.
in the coast,
Okay.
but you cannot differentiate.
Okay.
You
Okay.
just can't differentiate who is who.
Mhm.
There are churches, there are Hanuman is a big thing in the coast.
Okay. Across.
Not across, I would say Tamil Nadu and all these areas. And Muslims also.
Mhm.
But there's hardly any difference. I mean, I meet the person after some discussion, I come to know his religion.
Okay.
It's that
Okay.
that
Okay.
that
Okay.
it's that mixed. It's not. You can't differentiate.
Maybe very cliche to say, like humanity runs deep in the coastline, huh?
Exactly. Exactly.
Nice. It's a good thing to do. And
So-
they're welcoming, you say.
They are
then-
welcoming. Their language till Bengal and Orissa, I
Yes.
didn't have much problem because I know Bengali.
Yeah.
And Odia is also similar, and
Similar,
they
yeah.
understand.
Yes.
So it's easy. Things started getting a little difficult from Andhra
Mhm.
and Tamil Nadu,
Mm.
but still we could manage very well. I mean, I had a breakdown in Tamil Nadu in a very remote place,
Mhm.
and help came in the form of a fisherman young boy who was going home. He
Okay.
waited, and he was basically, he saw my bike and he was like, wow, what is this? I haven't
Mm.
seen this before.
Mm.
And when he saw that it's not working,
Mm.
he helped me tow the bike 3 kilometers out to a garage, from where I could take it to a RE workshop and get it repaired. Like, we are in touch today also. I just messaged him. I
Yeah.
said, I'm in Goa.
Yeah.
I've reached Goa,
Yes.
and
Great.
I'm here because of you also.
Yeah.
Without your help. That guy didn't have he didn't speak any other language than Tamil.
Okay.
But we managed.
Sweet. These are the examples of hope
Yeah,
in this
it's
decaying
hope,
world. No?
it's
These
hope.
are the
It's hope.
the
Hope is something
small
that
isles of-
keeps things going, and you should not have any fear.
Okay.
No fear at all.
Okay.
There's nothing to fear,
Mm.
at least in the coast.
Okay.
I have instances, very bad instances in the central part of India.
Okay.
We can talk about it some other time.
Yeah.
Coast, no issues at all.
Great to hear, since Goa has such a big coastline. And
Yeah, no issues at
Goa.
all. You can leave your stuff.
Yes.
You can leave your bike. I was worried. I mean,
Mm.
you are carrying a bike, maybe
Mm.
somebody can steal it.
Mm.
No issues, no issues. Nothing.
And what about you only drove in the daytime, or because where do you used to stay in the night? Did you take shelter in a temple, or did you take a shelter in a gurudwara? I don't know. I'm just asking.
Riding was mostly, I started early in the morning, because coast in the noon it's very hot. After
Yes.
12 it's
Yeah.
very hot.
Okay.
And mostly the eastern part is even more hot.
Yes.
So I would start in the morning. I will continue till about 11, 12 something. Then I would take rest.
Mm.
Then again I would start in the evening.
Okay.
But there is no fixed schedule. It all depends on what I find,
Okay.
what interests me.
Okay.
So it was all dependent on that. Once or twice I have ridden in the night also,
Okay.
because I had to reach somewhere.
Mm.
Sometimes you know that something is happening somewhere and you have to reach there.
Okay.
Otherwise you'll miss it.
Yeah.
So then I had to do that.
And you have glimpses of so many cultural festivals also along the way, maybe.
Yeah.
Because December, January, mostly Harvest Festival was happening. And
yeah.
did you can you tell us anything specific about one of your experience, memorable experience?
In Kerala,
Okay.
everybody knows about Kathakali.
Yes.
So I got to see a Kathakali from a very close
Okay.
thing. I enjoyed it. But there's something called Theyam.
Okay.
And Theyam is something which is not performed as a dance or something. It's a
Okay.
ritual. It's
Okay.
performed in temples.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pure form of ritual.
Mm.
And it's not brought out even now.
Okay.
And I was lucky enough
Mm-hmm.
to get information about Theyam in the northern part of Kerala.
Mm.
And I also made some friends
Okay.
from that part.
Okay.
And they kind of located the place. And I
Mm.
went there and I saw Theyam.
Mm.
And that is a surreal experience.
Wow.
That is something that although I missed the part where at night they do all this firework and everything.
Mm.
But what was happening is it was a family temple. The Kerala has this concept of family temple.
They have. Yeah.
Families have temples.
Yeah. Kuldevta and stuff.
Yeah. So they have and very nice scale also, very human scale temples,
Mm.
not like Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has very high temples.
Mm.
So in that family,
Mm.
there were a lot of mishaps. People were dying of unnatural causes and stuff. So they saw a seer who told them that they should do a Thayam ritual in their temple to revive it, because the last Thayam that was done in their temple was 80 years back.
Okay. Okay.
So the family
Mm.
arranged the Thayam for 1 week,
Mm.
where the whole thing goes in a process, and eventually that intensity grows.
Okay.
And they arrange food for the entire village for about a week,
Wow.
which is a really expensive thing.
Of course.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about
I
that.
mean, we didn't only get to see the thing, performance, we also
You were fed
served,
also.
yeah, we were fed food.
Wow.
Yeah. So Thayam is something which is really amazing.
And are you documenting all these richness that you have went through? Are you documenting anywhere? Do you have any plans to take it out as a book or a website?
I have been documenting
Okay.
photographs,
Okay.
some videos, because it's difficult to do videos on a bike. So wherever I have stayed and I have a particular very interesting thing to document, I have done on video, and I have noted things down.
Okay.
I am putting things in Facebook also, just for the fear that I might lose this content. So at least Facebook will have some things left which I
True.
can eventually build up on.
Mm.
About book or anything, that I'll have to think. A lot of people are telling me,
Okay.
and they're telling me they are enjoying what I write and everything. So I'll see when I get home,
Okay.
because again, that's a project.
Okay.
When you think of a book, it's a project. You just can't do it just like that.
Yes,
so
yes.
it needs time and effort
True.
and everything. So let's see what happens.
And what are your future plans now from Goa? Where is the thing?
I'll continue on the coast.
Okay.
Yeah, so Maharashtra. From Maharashtra is good because I've lived in Bombay for like 5 years during my study.
Mm.
I know most of it, but then this, as I told you, this journey is very different.
Yes.
It has shown me so much that
That
I'm
is-
expecting more from
That is why
Maharashtra.
you're calling it soul searching.
Soul
journey.
searching, yeah.
Very nice.
So from there again, Gujarat, and from Gujarat I'll head home.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're coming to an end of this show, the
Okay.
time. In the end, I would always ask my guests to say something, a message to our audience. As a solo traveler, maybe some sustainable travel tips, or encourage
Yeah.
travel as a whole, whatever you like
Right.
would like to say.
So the thing is, I would say that I would like my travel to encourage people to take travel in a different way. I mean, we don't have to really. What I feel is that when we get to the normal travel with an itinerary and stuff, we kind of we get separated from the actual thing. We eventually end up in a hotel. We'll eventually end up in a restaurant, and everything becomes almost same. It's only when you get out of it. You can travel by any means, not necessarily a bike, choose your vehicle, whatever it is, but try to get to the people. Try to get to. We can always help the local economy. The people who are living in those areas, they have difficult life. Coast and these areas they're complicated. The whole play of water and earth, it kind of complicates things. It's not a fixed. It's an organic plateau. It's alive, so it changes its things. So those people need our help. So maybe we can just go there and live with them. I have lived with them, so help them with the economy. And this experience you will not get it in a regular trip. So that's what I would say. And there's no concept of fear. You can just go ahead and do it, solo, with friend or whatever. Be conscious about your about what you use in travel, because whatever you use, I think you have to be responsible for anything that you are carrying, anything that you are disposing. That's very important, because otherwise I have seen mounds and heaps of waste generated by travel. If you don't stop this, we will lose these places. You will not eventually enjoy going there.
Great.
That's what I would say.
Thanks. It's a beautiful message.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's great having you here, and
Thank you
wish
so
you all
much.
the best
Thank you so
for
much
the
for
next
inviting me.
next set of journey. Okay, audience. Thank you. Lovely to hear from Lueit Hazarika, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.